don't like it at all. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I wanted to do like a general Chelsea news video, talk about transfers, ins and outs. Matt Law's done a great feature on the London is Blue podcast. Lots of references, but of course, you may have seen earlier today, Wesley Fofana, Chelsea centre-back, has deleted all affiliation with Chelsea on his social media, his Instagram, which sounds silly, like modern age, you know, millennial, well, younger than millennial, Gen Z and beyond, young kids deleting stuff on Instagram. It's clearly a pointed message. I love Wesley Fofana. I don't love him doing this, but we don't know the details yet. We're going to get into it. We're going to speculate. Has he been told, look, mate, you're out? We're going to get someone else. I mean, it really sucks. I'm going to, very, very early in this video, get this disclaimer in. We don't know the details. Let's be fair, although I really dislike the optics of this, he might be treated unfairly, something might have happened, he might be victimised by Chelsea Football Club in some way. We don't know yet, at time of recording, and of course we'll follow this story, but I'm going to read you some stuff from a news website, The Mirror, and we'll speculate together. But yeah, in the meantime, welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Just want to say thank you. We're over 198,000 subscribers now. So we are slowly getting closer to that 200k, which is an ambition of mine. 198, less than 2,000 to go. So if you do find yourself watching my content and you don't subscribe, I'd welcome and ask you to subscribe so we can reach my target and go over the line. Alright, thank you for your continued support, friends. Let's get into it. I'm going to read this article from The Mirror and then I'm going to give you my thoughts. Wesley Fofana has deleted every Chelsea-related post on his Instagram after Enzo Maresca made it clear he couldn't step into a defensive role for the Blues, urging the club to sign new defenders instead. Pause! Pump the brakes! Enzo Maresca has many times in his first season says how much he loves Wes and how much Chelsea is a different team when Wesley Fofana plays. He's waxed lyrical about Wesley Fofana in the same way he has of Lavia. So, is this a reaction to just Maresca saying something? We know Maresca wants a new defender, but that's because of the Levi Colwill injury. Right? Look, guys. Okay, I'm going to put it on. I'm going to give you my thoughts. Let's read on. Fofana was signed when Thomas Tuchel was in charge, joining from this is incorrect. It says 75 million pounds. That is incorrect. I know it's 69 million quid. I know because they wanted a record fee of, maybe it was 75 million euros, and that's where they're getting wrong there. But it was 69 million pounds, which I remember because I reported on it meticulously on this channel, and I was very happy with that fee because I think, my personal opinion, and by the way, not just mine, a lot of people thinks he can be the best centre-back in the world in terms of defensive contribution, speed, dribbling ability, offensive contribution. Yeah, and he's never available. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. But when he's fit and in form, will he ever be fit and in form again? I don't know. What does this mean? Don't come at me saying, oh, you know, Jan's glazing this guy again. As a player, he's my favourite centre-back in the Premier League. That's just my opinion. You might rate it, you might not. That's up to you. However, he struggled to repay that fee largely to a horrific injury that kept him out for nearly an entire season. The Frenchman is one of a number of defenders Chelsea's books. Only played 14 times last term. An injury to Colwill, which will rule him out for the majority of this campaign, has opened up a spot in the team. Also worth mentioning, guys, Fofana is on a significant wage packet. He was signed before the new sort of wage structure. I think he's on like 200k a week or 180 maybe. He's on a lot of money. Bearing in mind Cole Palmer's on 120 a week. By the way, again, I'm being very mindful not to be like hugely biased and overly protective and defensive because he might just be behaving like a knob here and therefore he can do one if that's the case. But you know, a fit and informed Fofana plays for Real Madrid and gets 300k a week. Do you know what I mean? That's my position. So he's the 24-year-old was a huge hit. So he's only 24 now. Remember when he left the Foxes? You know, of course, you're the match of the day. Gary Lineker saying he can be the best. No, Lineker's a striker, but he is also a Leicester fan. The Blues boss believes he doesn't have the necessary stuff for their build-up, and said that, something he said publicly. Yeah. I agree. He's nothing like Levi Colwill. That's why the dream partnership of Colwill and Fofana was like the perfect Chelsea Galactico centre-back partnership for the next decade. That's how people at Chelsea saw it. That's how I saw it. Levi's the sort of leader, can play more centrally, a little bit more of a little bit more of like almost, dare I say, a David Luiz, quarterback, regista, deep line playmaker, centre-back, who's still good in both boxes, still good at defending. And then you've got the really aggressive, dribbling, pressing centre-back in Fofana that can, take the ball up, really fast recovery pace to get back as well. So you've got sort of Colwill sitting, dictating, and good at defending. And then you've got Fofana getting forwards and backwards. And then obviously they were cultivated a really good relationship together. That was the plan. So the Mirror, and this is just I guess it's the tabloid Mirror, isn't it? In response, Fofana's wiped his hands with the club, at least on social media. But it's big. Like, I genuinely think this is, when someone does that, it's big. He hasn't just removed Chelsea from his bio. He's deleted every single picture of his affiliation to Chelsea. So it's Wesley Fofana. In fact, I'm just going to look at it now. 1 second. Right, so this is his Instagram. Wesley Fofana. No Chelsea. Him, with a medal in his mouth. France. He's got France stuff. France. Leicester. Goodbye, Foxes. I mean, imagine Marseille before that. Or Saint-Etienne, was it? No Chelsea. This is a very deliberate ploy. And it's a knobhead move, I think, ultimately. I mean, again, I'm really mindful that the club hasn't said something horrible to him, that they've ostracized him, or, and because Matt Lord just today said on the London's Blue podcast, yeah, he's good to go, he's ready. Maresca recently said, we can't necessarily throw him into start, but he's there. Had we be winning against Crystal Palace in the opening game, say 2-0, and they started coming at us and throwing loads of defenders on the final 20 minutes, maybe Wes would have come off the bench to play. Just, have some minutes, do your thing, defend. This is a good opportunity to slowly reintegrate you. That's what I thought we were at. This is where I thought we were. And then I thought, let's get him, hopefully by the end of the season, Wesley Fofana across all comps has played 30 games. Next season, 45, 50, do you know what I mean? That was my plan, yeah? So something has obviously happened for him to want to... And it's really sad, right? Because I'm a huge fan of him as a player. I love the fact how... I was a huge fan of him at Leicester. The fact how he signed him, I was so excited. I can't remember, how, I can't remember being that excited for a player, genuinely. I'm trying to think now. I was really excited for Havertz. Lukaku... Wait, this isn't really making a great case for me, is it? But, I was really gassed on Palmer, obviously nowhere near, and I actually got a load of stick for that, because I thought he was going to be a really great signing. Turns out he was way better than even I thought he could be. I really liked Pedro Neto. I'm trying to think of recent signings, but in terms of being oh my God, we're getting him, it genuinely was Wesley Fofana. Because I thought, well, game sewn up, mate. And, we saw the picture of him in a Chelsea shirt as a kid. And I know he's a Marseille fan, but he was also a Chelsea fan in the Premier League. And, when he signed, he posted pictures of him as a little kid in the Chelsea shirt. And I was like, we've done it. We've nailed the guy. We got him. And now it's come to this. So should we speculate what's going to happen, what it means? I don't think... This is... people are speculating across all media that he's done this as a response to Maresca saying he can't do what Levi does. I mean, even if he took slight offense, I reckon I could do that, my passing's good. I don't think he'd do this. Because his manager, Maresca, had come out lots and said, I love Wesley. Wesley's amazing. Chelsea are briefing journalists like Matt Law saying, yeah, Maresca loves Wesley. When Wesley Fofana plays for Chelsea, they play differently. And Maresca said that multiple times. Go back, listen to him saying it in press conferences. When asked about Fofana, he's like, yeah, when we play him, we play totally different. He makes us better. So I doubt he's taking this, oh, you can't do this particular thing that I want other guys to do, as a reason to just completely delete all affiliation with Chelsea Football Club when you were on the bench for last game. I mean, he was on the bench for last game, right? Something must have happened behind the scenes where, again, guessing and speculating here. I wonder if something's happened behind the scenes where, you know, agents say they're going to try and sell you, you know, their plans to sell you, you know? Because they don't trust you, they're going to sell you, or they're listening to offers, or they're going to try and sell you in January, or if they've found a replacement to play long term instead of, you know, next to Colwill, which, by the way, we need to get a Colwill back up. In the meantime, we've got like Fofana, Champong, Tosin that can all do this like right centre back role well. Again, I don't think they'll do what Fofana does well, but have they got to the point where? Have they, again, speculating, guessing, oh my God, disclaimer, caveat, whatever you want to say. Have they said, yeah, we just don't trust you anymore, we're going to try and sell you, you're not worth the wages. And many of you guys have said that, and fine, I totally understand. And I will too. I mean, I thought he was fit, bro. I thought he was good to go. You know, I thought this was it. But if he's not, and if they're like, now they don't want to do it, and it's the best interest of the club, then yeah, go. I totally sign off on it. But if he was fit, then, there is a chance, again, just like Nick Villaney speaking to Matt Law on the London is Blue podcast, just published this morning in the UK time. They were just, I think it was published, or it was recently, yesterday or today, talking about how well this medical team has finally, hopefully, touch wood, reintegrated Reece James off a horrible spell of years of injury, looking like he was done. Like, well, Reece James, he won the Champions League with Chelsea. He looks amazing. He looks incredible. But he's just never going to be the same again. We were reading like briefs from, his medical experts have told him to go to sign for a team in Spain, La Liga, or Liga NOS, whatever it is, the Portuguese league, for warmer climates to look after his hamstrings. He's done at Chelsea. You know, we're all hoping that's not the case, but there were stories being leaked in the media saying, yeah, James is being prepared for a Chelsea exit because we'll never see him again. And it, again, touch wood, cross your fingers and everything, it seems like they've got it right. They've solved that problem and they've reintegrated Reece James. Now, Wesley Fofana, similar situations, high wages as well, but could potentially be transformative if they get it right with him on the pitch. I don't know, man. Like, I just find it really, really worrying. I think he's such a good player, but as soon as we learn what's happened, I'm going to react accordingly here and upload on the channel. Let me know what you think. This is, and I know it's just a social media, but it is genuinely big because it's such a pointed message. It's such a massive message in 2025. Not just remove Chelsea. People would be talking about if he removed Chelsea just from the bio, but to delete every single Chelsea-related post as he's supposed to be returning from injury is a really worryingly assertive message. So I'll leave up to you guys. Discuss amongst yourselves. Please do leave your comments. As always, thank you for liking the video and supporting me. That's very kind. And yes, if you do find yourself coming back and you don't subscribe, try and be the difference for me, man. Or woman. Friends. Yeah, hopefully this isn't that bad, but like, it looks pretty bad, man. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you back here soon. Enjoy the football. Peace.